To make something clear, I come from an environmentalist movement, but I'm kind of an old school environmentalist. It runs around the idea of sustainability, which is a very old concept. You see, if you harvest a tree, plant a new one so that the next generation has also the chance to build something out of wood. Most of the stuff we used in our history could be recycled with no problem. I mean, cast gold, use it, recast it. Cast iron, use it, recast it. Build something out of wood, burn it or do whatever you want. Take the next tree. And then we found this stuff like oil, natural gas, uranium, and these things follow a bit different rules. You see, because if this stuff is gone, it takes quite some time till the replacement gets to us. Using stuff faster than we can replace it is, from my point of view, not the best of ideas, because I care for those who come after me. Being an old school environmentalist, I see this behavior not as something that is anti-nature like this new kind of environmentalists do, but the opposite. I have no problem with using up scarce resources, but being conscious of that, of this fact that they are scarce before they really become really rare, makes a lot of sense in my eyes. The reason I have to point out that here is because environmentalists in the mainstream became a bit shrill and squeaky, let's say, in the last decade or so. And again, I want to point out that this was not always the case, and it must not always be the case in the future. I mean, I guess you know this joke that there are a gazillion versions around with all more or less the same punchline. And someone says to Earth, "You look sick, Earth." And Earth tells, "Yeah, I have humans, but I think it's almost over. Ha ha ha, we kill the planet, ha ha ha, we destroy ourselves, ha ha ha." But some people take this more serious. There are organizations that promote the extinction of the human species, not one, several. They range from religious nutheads who think that a thermonuclear war is what the Bible wants, to them to initiate, and other organizations that just say, well, just have no children and let us vanish quietly. What about that? Well, these idiots have one thing in common. They think that humans are not part of nature. The more religious nutheads think that they are above nature, and everything else that is built up from self and is alive is below them and below us. While the other bunch thinks that we are something like an illness, a disease, a virus, whatever. Why? Because we are not in equilibrium with nature. Tell you what, no life form is. Every life form that is capable of manipulating its surroundings will do that. Elephants demolish trees to increase the grassy area because they don't like forests, they like grassy areas. Ants will remove tree seeds from their nests, creating artificial clearings in the woods. And nobody likes trees, it seems. But we use finite resources that never come back. Yeah, and? Give an ant a sugar cube. What do? Do you think they start philosophing about what they will do once the cube is gone? No, they gobble it up, they use it. But we build skyscrapers, that's unnatural. Termites? Just look up termites or beavers for this regards. Building giant thing is not something that only we humans do, but we kill each other. Like most other species organized in herds, packs or hordes do. By the way, even in wars, the rate of humans who aim to kill other humans is somewhere in the range of 2%. Most of us don't like to kill, don't want to kill, and won't kill, not even in a war, if we can dodge around that somehow. We are part of this ecosystem, and a lot of species thrive in our shadows and others suffer. Also, that is normal. Introduce an omnivore to an ecosystem and some animals will die out. That's normal. We are part of nature. Every one of us is an ecosystem for itself. For every cell that is human, you carry around 10 cells that are not human, but essentially for you to work as a body. What happened to the idea that we are all part of a superorganism that covers the earth? But we hurt nature. Come on, give me a break. Testosterone is also hurting my body, but it has a purpose. Hundreds of cells in my body commit suicide or get killed by other cells to keep the system running. Give reproduction a stern look. It's terrible what reproduction does to our body, but it's worth it. The human species is part of this ecosystem, of this greenish slime around this planet. And we are the part, we and only we, that has the potential to move life away from this single bowl of stone into space. We could seed thousands of places, thousands of planets and so on. Bring life to so many places. Humans could be the reason for gazillions of new species coming into existence because we went then to space and seed life to the rest of the galaxy. We are part of nature. Stop with this stupid, whiny, the planet is sick bullshit. The planet is in puberty, and as such, it changes into adulthood, with all the suffering that happens then. If you don't understand that, just die out. I don't care who needs your stupid depressive genes anyway, but let the rest of us celebrate our existence as something that is great, that is important, and that is natural. Celebrate your existence, celebrate it. Those of you who think they are environmentalists for pointing out that our species is an illness. You are not environmentalists at all. You are just religious nutheads with a fetish for death and decay, which is quite typical for more or less all the religions out there. And I don't care what you think, you are the cancer. The only stuff nature has to survive are the likes of you.